Hello! What?
You and your countdown.
Listen, we all have our own unique style. We have to be original once in a while.
I mean, that's fair. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
And so sorry for the late upload because the internet decided that it wasn't going to let us upload, and then we lost track of time because work got very busy. We work in retail, so the holiday season is a pain in the ass.
Hence why we do 2 videos at a time whenever we're late. Just to make up.
We're spoiling you guys this week. This is the week of Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving or whatever it is that you want to call it.
A time to be thankful.
Yeah.
For that time you stole that candy from that child at one time. You know who you are.
He was a year old and he... I did actually take candy from my nephew once.
I feel like we all have to.
In my defense, he gave it to me and then he took it back. So I was like, no, that's not how this works.
That's not how an equivalent exchange works.
Nope. Indian giver.
All right. What is today's topic, honey?
Today's topic is the newlywed game. We're going to bounce back and forth and ask each other questions and see whether or not this relationship's actually going to work.
I know. You live in my house for a couple of years, and we'll see how it works.
We've been dating for 2.5 years now. You know, you got the cat, you got the tiny home figured all out. You know, this is our first Christmas in person. Got my little corner. I got my little corner. I got my other little corner. Oh, yeah, it's on the line. But anyway, you want to be the first to go through the questions?
Sure, and
there's like 230 questions, so it might be like a bit. If you want, we can use your dice.
That's not a bad idea, too. Actually, I'm looking at number 2. Your spouse has the day off in an empty house. How does your spouse spend the day?
Gaming.
Well,
it depends. So, like, for you, like when there was a time when I went out with your mom and John wasn't home yet. So, like, you were home alone.
Yeah.
You were either scrolling on your phone, playing your video games, reading, or sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, those are the 4 options.
I really don't do much when I'm alone.
The thing is, too, with all these answers, there are going to be multiple... Or all these questions, there are going to be multiple answers because that's just the way we are. We can't settle on one particular thing. So, that's just... either way, like, we really can't get any of these questions wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, like...
Right. So what do you think for me?
You?
Yeah.
Probably, like, the same thing except for just crocheting and playing with the cat, or you might even, like, come down and check on the dogs.
Oh, yeah, I'll go downstairs and I'll check on the dogs. And, like, we live in the tiny home or something, I'll probably be baking.
I might go over to the gym once in a while, too.
Yeah.
Just to get some cardio in and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, their family garage is not for parking cars. It's
it's a gym. For now.
So we'll go out there and walk on the treadmill or something when we want to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, we might be doing this weekend because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We're going to be visiting that a lot. Or going back on our walks when it's sunny and cool.
If it's, like, nice outside.
Which should be something nice to do again.
What is the weirdest birthday gift your spouse has ever given you? Or gift in general? Has there been any weird gifts?
Not really. We haven't given each other a weird gift.
No. I'm really excited. I've already got all my Christmas shopping done. I'm really excited for you to see your Christmas gifts, though.
I am excited to see that. It's going to be fun.
No, I can't think of a weird one.
I guess the only weird one I could think of was, like, the giant walrus plush I got you, but that's not really weird, but...
Oh, my Squishmallow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for Valentine's Day. That was my other Valentine's Day present. And when he came to visit, he forgot it.
I was so mad.
Yeah, because we celebrated Valentine's Day that February, and then that April you came to visit, and then this. April, and then this June was when I got here.
Yeah.
So that was like a welcome home kind of present. That and my oven mitts. Let's say that this bitch can bake.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I love that one a lot.
I don't think we've ever given each other any weird gifts. Not unless you count the, he loves Jurassic Park, so I got him a raptor claw. A replica of the raptor claw.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I love that one.
I also bought him a lightsaber, so...
What is your spouse's guilty pleasure?
Do you have a guilty pleasure?
I do. I just never mention it and stuff. So my guilty pleasures is is pretty much part of my hobby, which is I'm a very avid movie collector. I love collecting DVDs. And movies.
We need to go through and show you guys his DVD collection if you don't already know it.
It's a large collection. I have a massive collection of different television shows, movies, and other stuff like that. My guilty pleasure is I love getting the really bad ones.
Oh, yeah!
I love bad movies, and I love getting them, because I want them to be part of my collection, even if it's a terrible film. And they can be bad movies for, I genuinely don't like them, or ones that are so bad they're good, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which that's also just,
There's a lot of those, actually.
a joy to me. One that stands out to me, it's, it's such a bad movie, but it's honestly good to me because it's just how ridiculous it is the original D&D movie. It is poorly CGI'd. The costume and makeup is absolutely ridiculous. It's it's that mid-ground 90s mid 2000s kind of thing, and it's just pure cheese, just pure cheese until the new one came out, which, as for any D&D fans that know, there was no form of D&D in film or movies, only in comics and books and stuff. So anyone that knows that movie knows what I'm talking about and knows the difference between that and the current one.
Damn it, now the list isn't loading.
I don't think I know your guilty pleasure, actually. We didn't really dive into yours.
Technically speaking, my guilty pleasure is just crappy sitcoms that actually aren't that funny. Friends.
No, Friends is funny.
Friends is funny without the laugh track.
Yeah.
And I wish there was some way to take it off, because when they make certain jokes, about Monica when she was overweight, and her dad will go on and say oh, remember when you were fat and you didn't have any friends, or when Phoebe will talk about her trauma because she was homeless at one point, or when Chandler, especially Chandler, when Chandler talks about his trauma and people make it into a joke.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he was a funny character because of the fact that he would use it as a coping.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. I miss him. Let me reload that because it glitched.
Yeah, alright.
But I did have one of the... Or no, I didn't have one of the questions. I don't know, what else would be considered a guilty pleasure? Well, okay, so I said Friends. Vampire Diaries is a guilty pleasure because it's so annoying. It's one of those will they, won't they situations. It's a Ross and Rachel kind of situation with the main characters. And then there's soul ties and witches and werewolves that are wolves.
Yeah. I guess that's another one of mine, is also playing, there's a lot of people that, with me with video games, there's games that people, don't like at all and stuff, but there's just those games that I absolutely love. So, because maybe I grew up with them, or maybe it's because, they didn't like it because of certain controls or this, but I liked it because of the controls or this,
Oh, here we go.
There's tons of, that stuff that I enjoy.
What's their star sign? What's their zodiac sign?
Yours is, if I remember correctly, because I always forget what the zodiac is. Yours is a Leo.
Yep.
Correct.
Because I share a zodiac sign with his mom.
Yeah.
And my nephew.
And you already know what mine is.
Yeah, yours is a Libra.
Yep. The tipping scales.
Yours is very much love and passion and all that kind of stuff. Everyone thinks that Leos are very, I want to be front and center stage and very bossy and bitchy and all that kind of stuff, which I can be. But that is not the only thing that makes up my personality. They're also extremely headstrong and, like, easily embarrassed and tend to be people pleasers.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have an image that they have to uphold.
Yeah.
So.
Aha. Here we go. Ooh.
I found a new list.
Which Disney character are they most like?
Kristoff.
Alright then. No hesitation whatsoever.
Nope.
What's her name? From Hercules.
Meg.
Yeah. It's a pretty good one.
What is their worst habit?
Their worst habit?
Yeah, what's my worst habit? A lot of it I'm trying to work on anyway, so.
You don't really have a lot of...
That's bullshit.
Like, no...
That's my worst habit.
No, that's not your worst habit. I'll say like this, and this is not meant to be like mean whatsoever. Whenever, like, something really annoys you or, like, gets on your nerves or, like, something like that that, like, bothers you, you tend to have this thing where, like, you'll just put up a barrier and stuff and be, like, just, like, move, like, doing your thing and stuff and, like, trying to cool down but not want to say anything.
Because I know I'm overreacting.
But like,
and I'm
not
trying
like,
not to.
It's not like, again, it's not anything mean and stuff, because I have, like, that same thing, too, where I'll just, like, just ignore everything and just, like, kind of shut down and stuff. And honestly, like, you know, rather have you, like, cool down and, like, not, like, overstimulate you.
We had this discussion before we even started dating, was that because I wasn't shown the proper way to regulate my emotions when I get upset, I'm trying to rewire my brain to properly, like, give myself time to calm down, get my thoughts straight. But I'm also one of those people that if I'm on the brink of having a breakdown, I cry when I get mad. Mm-hmm. I have to have my fit in order for me to regulate and calm down.
And again, there's nothing wrong with that, because I'd rather you get it out of your
system.
No,
but I also sound like a toddler trying to learn how to regulate their emotions. But again, I wasn't taught the proper way.
We dealt with toddlers. Toddlers will yell and scream until they get what they, like...
I will on occasion.
But, not, like,
but I've never gotten to that point with you. In the past 3 years, I have never gotten to that point with you. Yeah. It took 6 months for me to get that way before.
And, like, that's why I was saying, like, it's not, like, bad. I get, like, you know, it's, like, that old energy kind of thing. It just needs to let out and stuff. However, like, again, like, that's why I've always said you're more than welcome to, like, just talk and just throw it out.
I know.
And stuff, which is why I'd rather you, like, that, because I don't want you to hold it in.
You want me to calm down first and then us have the discussion. That way there's never a chance of something being
talk it out
wrong.
To let it out, because then you're getting it out of your system, and then you'll feel better.
You need to see the conversations between me and Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. Or just, like, one day, like, just write an angry letter.
Yeah.
And just, like, throw it in the trash.
Like, that helps a lot.
And whatever, like, you know, and, like, it's totally understandable.
You talking about the letter, it kind of brought me back to before we started dating, when I was going through processing my breakup. Mm-hmm. It was, like, a journal I had written in, and after I was done writing it, I wasn't completely done with the journal. I wanted to write in that for a complete year before I tossed it. Mm-hmm. I started talking to you, I never touched that journal again. I set it on fire. Like, everything, like, pictures, like, stuffed animals, t-shirts, all that kind of stuff, immediately went in that burn barrel. Never had an issue since.
That's good.
And I'm very proud of myself. Leaving the cabinet doors open and not putting stuff away.
Alright, that is...
The cabinet doors is not just you, though. Because I've caught myself doing it, and I think it's just because we have a tendency to, like, pick up on each other's habits. Mm-hmm. The shower mat, which you have gotten better at. Mm-hmm. Leaving the shower curtain open Well, your mom has them open because if you leave them mushed like that for when we take really hot showers, it can grow mold, and then we'll have to change the curtain more often, or there'll be more mold growing in the shower, and then you and I have allergies to that, so...
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you still do or not.
I'm not sure. Well, we haven't checked since.
But I think that also ties in with your ADHD, the forgetfulness and everything, which is fine. You always say that you have, like, the worst memory.
Yeah.
You really don't.
I do on
with
specific
important things. Like, you know our anniversary, you know our birthdays. You're iffy when it comes to your nephew's birthdays, but you know their ages, and of course you know their full names and all that kind of stuff. You remembered my nephew's birthday, and then his baby brother. I just recently learned his birthday because we weren't allowed to go and see him when he was born in the hospital, so we were going no contact with my brother and sister-in-law, so I had no idea anything about him. But that...
Yeah.
Forgetting things is your worst habit, but it's also something that you can't control.
Yeah.
It's just your little brain. Meh.
What's next? Oh, me.
I think it's your turn.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I got a new phone case.
Yeah.
You're covered in kitty cats.
What is the thing they're most likely to end up in jail for?
Dropping your phone. No,
Murder.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. You're really protective, and I'm really aggressive. So, like, if somebody, like, were to back me into a corner, figuratively and literally, like, when it comes to people, like, reaching directly... I had a guy at work literally reach directly around me to grab something. You already know I am not comfortable with other men. It takes me a long time, and I think that's why I got comfortable with your stepbrother so quickly, is because he's not a man. He's just a 16-year-old boy that needs his ass kicked sometimes.
And my actual brother.
And your actual brother. But then again, I'm not around your actual brother a lot, but he's chill. He's an older version of you. But
he's got 2 kids and he's married, so
yeah. Like he's got his hands swelled up. He's like, God damn it. Well, even your friends, like, they're extensions of you. So I already know I'm in a comfortable environment.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't like when people are, like, reaching around me and they get into my space. Yeah. I got very comfortable during COVID, and I kind of miss when that 6 feet apart thing was...
Yeah.
Well, you do too, because you get overwhelmed in stores, because people are fucking rude. You get protective of me when you know that I'm overstimulated from something, especially, like, going on at work, or when, like, we're out in public and people are... You remember when we went to the fair and that guy touched my butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, the look on your face, you wanted to murder somebody.
I get also, like, a little, like, internally angry a lot too at the store. It's kind of something that you've noticed when, like,
I see it in your eyes.
Like
but then again, his eyes is the only thing I can see half the time because he wears a mask still at work.
Yeah, so you never see what I'm mouthing underneath my mask.
I can guess what you're mouthing because I'm probably mouthing the same thing.
But yeah, the look on my eyes whenever I'm staring at someone who'd really bother me is like, it's the equivalent of, like, a gun being loaded. And
our pissed off faces are very similar. It's the eyes. You can tell when we're pissed.
And there are times where, like, I will probably be like, enough's enough and stuff like that. Did I tell you the story, like, how there's a freaking... I'm not gonna yell this because I don't want my mother to hear. When there's a kid in my high school who was just an absolute annoyance and hindrance, and finally got on my final nerve when I was outside talking to my friends, and he decided to take a wad of dirt and, like, whip it as hard as he can in the back of my head.
What a prick.
When he did that,
You saw red.
When he did that, I finally got so mad that I put my leg behind his, and I took my hand and I chopped him, like, right here across his face, and you just hear the sound of, like, as hard as you could, and he fucking fell over.
Did you break his nose?
I didn't break his nose, but he had a massive purple welt across his eye.
How old were you?
this was like junior year
of high school.
And he was like in 9th grade or something.
No,
so he was
freshmen. They tend to deserve it. No offense to freshmen.
He was just a freshman.
There's always that one that is a freshman nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Always that one.
And he ended up getting kicked out of the school.
Ours got arrested after graduation. The one I told you about that was doing the trafficking.
Yeah, it's always a freshman. Always a wild freshman. God damn. Story for another time.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a good video. Like, talking about our high school experiences. I blocked out 90% of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a thing. I remember proms, homecomings, and military balls because I was in junior ROTC. But, yeah. Yeah, we would get arrested for murder.
Yeah, murder. All right, next one.
Next one. Is it mine?
Yes.
I still love that. What's her bra size? Listen, I didn't even know my bra size until like a week ago.
I think we're going to give out that information.
Nah, I don't care. Like, that's something I'll talk about on my own page.
Mm-hmm.
What's their favorite movie? What's their favorite movie franchise? How's that? Because we have a lot of favorite movies that are part of a franchise.
You are a big fan of the Marvel franchise.
Oh yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is definitely a top one.
I don't think that's your main one. I think yours is more of the like, I guess I would say like Disney Halloween, like Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, like the Tim Burton kind of Halloween vibe. Yeah, that has to be my favorite. 90s Those are my comfort movies.
90s to like mid 2000s ones.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like that's your kind of franchise right there, bread and butter.
Excuse me. You have so many though.
Yes.
Like, because this is one of those things where there's multiple answers, there's no wrong answer. So I could say Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Tolkien as a whole, or like the Godzilla franchise.
That's something.
Or the Kong franchise.
That's something that's the most big one. It's the MonsterVerse. The
MonsterVerse,
the kaiju franchises, Ultraman, and Power Rangers are like my top 3. Godzilla, number 1, but yeah.
Which he's finally gotten me watching a couple of these Godzilla movies.
Slowly but surely.
Kong.
Slowly but surely. I'm trying to get you through like the main MonsterVerse.
Yeah, because there's a new movie coming out in December he's excited to see. But there's also a new show called Monarch. Which is supposed to be everything about like the scientists that discovered Godzilla and everything.
It's about like the origins
it's supposed to be, what is it, like the Hollow Earth theory where they think that there's like a layer.
It's the origins of Monarch, how they started, how they began to grow, and like showing like the events of what they were doing after the first Godzilla incident in San Francisco in 2015. Like,
that's right, and that was the one that we watched, which was odd because, again, like he said, I'm a Marvel fan, so having Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson be a couple in that felt very wrong.
And also having Kurt Russell, who played Ego, one of the villains in Guardians, as one of the protagonists, and his son plays his younger self.
Yeah, I did like that though,
which is really cool. And you're getting pretty into that one.
Okay. I also forgot about Jurassic Park.
Yeah, okay.
The funny thing is that he and I have a very similar way of like when we'll watch movies together. Mm-hmm. When he first showed me, when he came to visit me in April, we watched the first Jurassic Park movie. And the entire time while we're watching it, we're pausing it every so often so we can have a discussion. And I'm sitting there, having never watched the movies, going, that doesn't make any sense. What little I know about actual dinosaurs, why the f*** would you start with the big one? Mm-hmm. Why would you start with the big one? Why would you do this? And we're bouncing ideas off of each other for the way we would build like our perfect Jurassic
because I know more like inside information and other stuff like that.
I know common sense.
And I talk about like when they were started, like how I mentioned the first dinosaur that was bred on the island was the T-Rex
why would you start with that?
Yeah, and
why wouldn't you start with, if you want to start with a big one, start with the what's it called?
Like the little compies or like...
Well, the little compies, or if you wanted to start with a big one, start with a big herbivore.
Like the Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus,
which
that's
is like
what I was thinking.
Which is the first dinosaur you see on screen, which is... And we watched this on a tiny screen, it still looked good.
Yeah.
Like, well, like, you know, like, we discuss and talk about that, and I showed her, like, another dinosaur show, Prehistoric Park, and, like...
I really liked that.
That one was really fun, like... How
yeah, it's like a, if you don't know what it is, it's like a guy claiming to go back in time to get dinosaurs or Ice Age.
It's played by a real-life zoologist, Nigel Marvin, who...
Think the Irwins.
But British.
Yeah.
And slightly calmer.
Yeah, slightly.
But, like, you know, like...
I miss Steve.
It's the same equivalent. And that's another favorite franchise of mine. Dinosaurs just in general.
Yeah.
So... Alright, next question.
I think it's your turn.
Oh, yeah, yes.
That must be from the lip balm that was in my pocket when I watched this at some point.
What is their favorite flavor of potato chip?
Ooh.
You really like the, like onion, garlic kind of flavors and stuff.
That's from my dad.
Yeah.
My dad is a sucker for, well, he used to be, for sour cream and onion Lay's, my toe. My bean. We call toes beans.
Toe beans.
But Dad's favorite for a long time was sour cream and onion, and I like the onion and sour cream, and like my favorite Ruffles is the cheddar and sour cream Ruffles.
Yeah.
So yours, I don't know, like
it's usually the sea salt and vinegar. Like
sea salt and vinegar. Ugh.
I love vinegar. I love very savory, very like tart flavors.
I don't like vinegar, but surprisingly, I do like sushi.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, the only sushi I had had until I came here was grocery store sushi. Also, this is not sponsored. Canada Dry, if you want to.
I don't think we're even allowed to do that.
No.
But no, yeah, I love sea salt and vinegar. But like the thing with like sushi though is like they don't put a lot of vinegar because remember it's like a mixture of sweet and sour.
Okay, Kroger in Ohio, you need to figure out what the fuck you're doing wrong. It like I took one bite out of a California roll, it was just straight vinegar.
Hey, so I could probably do like 2 more.
Yeah, we'll do 2 more. We'll make this like a short and sweet. We wanted to do a short and sweet video anyway because we're gonna be busy this week. How does your partner like their tea or coffee? You don't drink coffee. Drinkable. You like your tea. 2 honeys, 2 sugars.
Yes, 2 honeys, 2 sugars. I don't deal with temps. I never worry about that. I know like certain teas you want to brew them at like something, whatever you want to be brewed at like a
certain Fahrenheit or a certain Celsius and for X amount of time.
I don't care about that. As long as it's hot and I can drink it, it's fine. But always 2 honey, 2 sugar because I like it sweet to get rid of the bitterness, but I also don't go overboard with it because I still want to taste the tea. You know what I mean?
See, now mine is the same when I have tea.
Mm-hmm.
How do I take my coffee?
I honestly don't know because I don't...
You made it once for me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like just like 2 sugars and a cream and stuff?
It was 3 sugars and a cream.
3 sugars
and then it was a stronger coffee. I like weak coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I like the Folgers instant decaf. But
and sometimes we have flavors.
Yeah, we've got syrup flavors.
Which I usually do for hot chocolate.
Yeah, you love the French vanilla in your hot chocolate.
Yes, I do.
And the hazel.
I like vanilla.
The hazelnut was pretty good. I prefer hazelnut in my coffee.
Mm-hmm. And the eggnog's not bad either.
I haven't tried the eggnog yet. I know it's over on the bar.
Yeah.
But no, depending, like, his mom got an espresso machine, and I don't drink, like, a lot of espresso, or before she got the machine, and then I tried it, and it needs sugar. And milk. I have no, like, specific amount of milk that I have to have in my coffee. It's just until it like is the color that I think it needs to be.
How
do I tip my tea?
You also you like a little extra sugar.
I do like a little
in
extra
yours,
sugar
which I
to cut the extra bitterness.
What's what's their favorite thing that you wear? So what favorite piece of clothing they wear?
I don't know. You're in hoodies and sweatpants 90% of the time.
I think it's asking, what do you like I wear? What do I like seeing you wear?
Yeah.
I mean, me, it's not that easy because I am mostly wearing just hoodies and sweatpants a lot. So
yeah, I mean that's my favorite because I know you're comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And that's like the same with yours. Like I like your comfortable outfits and stuff. I like when you're nice and comfy. But when you do dress up, I love you're very like kind of
you love
princessy.
that new dress I got.
Yeah,
I got a maxi dress with a square neckline that he loves.
I'm a big fan of those, and a lot of your other dresses, like your green ivy, poison ivy.
The one that I wore on vacation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture.
I love that dress and stuff. And that's when you had your long hair still.
Yeah, that was before I cut it. And that was like the first time in a long time I was able to like actually get my hair brushed out after we got back. So this was... I do look good. So that was us on vacation. I got a nice tan.
Yeah.
But that was us getting ready for your mom's birthday dinner at the Hard Rock. And then I have a dark green one, too. Mm-hmm. That I don't think you've seen me wear yet.
Yeah. I've worn suits in the past here and there before. I don't think you've ever seen me wear a suit yet.
No, my favorite is your Renaissance outfit.
Oh, yeah, my Renaissance outfit.
Look at him.
With the cufflinks and the hat and everything, which I got that hat right up there.
You look so proud of yourself.
After wrangling up some criminals.
You liked my Renaissance dress.
I loved your Renaissance dress. It's so cute, and I love it.
That was my first time getting to wear it, and I can't wait to be able to do that again.
Me too. That'll be a fun thing to plan out again. Especially to do with all our friends and stuff.
What do you think? A couple more?
Yeah, we could do one more each. Why not? We're on only 32 minutes.
Your partner wins the lottery. How did they spend it?
Yarn. Lots and lots of crochet and yarn. Enough to fill this house.
Figures.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can say with me. A fucking
the
PlayStation, the VR headset.
Yeah, you want more of the gaming stuff.
A fucking better computer, more movies.
What do you mean a better computer?
Like, upgraded this. This one's, like, good, but this is the base value of how it is. Like,
it's fine. I'll get a monitor. You can give me that one.
Okay. Just, I don't know, just...
Yarn wouldn't be the only thing. I feel like you and I would, if, like, we'd try to get a house and have, like, a shit ton of land so we have a bunch of animals.
We'll build a mini zoo.
Build a farm.
People that have, like, those house zoos, but not, like, those psychopaths that let their animals escape and kill people.
But we wouldn't keep anything dangerous like a black bear or a tiger.
Yeah, unlike those, like, fucking families that had, like, chimpanzees and stuff.
Last question.
Last question. Let me scroll up to the top a little bit. Some of these I feel like would just call me out. If they could eat one food for the rest of their life, what would it be?
Mac and cheese.
It's pasta.
That's
more specifically. Because, like, pasta I could put anything else on it, and pasta is, like, very wide variety. So, yes, mac and cheese, but, like, I love angel hair.
Just pasta in general.
I just love pasta.
It's the Italian in you, huh?
Yeah.
What about me?
I know we mentioned this before. I feel like though you would not complain like with salmon though, because
I wouldn't complain with salmon depending on the way that it's cooked.
Because you love salmon now. I love
do.
a lot of sushi.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And sushi's very diverse in that. So.
That's true. We're getting sushi tomorrow for dinner. We wanted to get something light before Thanksgiving dinner, so we figured sushi.
Yeah.
And you got me sushi after we got back from Orlando for my birthday because I had COVID.
Yeah, I felt bad. I wanted to treat you.
It was nice. It was good.
Yeah. A good time.
And I found a new sushi roll that I like with crab on it.
Yes, you did.
It's really good. Really messy.
A little messy, but still good.
Very good.
A lot of crumbly.
Yeah. It'd either be salmon or chicken.
Yeah.
Because, like you said with the pasta, there's so many different ways that you could cook chicken, or you could add it with like something else for the dish.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's most of my diet anyway. Is just chicken.
Chicken.
All right.
All right.
Done.
Nice. Hell yeah. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll definitely have to make more of these sometime. This would be more fun questionnaires. Not just like couple stuff, but just general questions.
Yeah, because it's like more of a back and forth getting to know, letting you guys get to know us, and then testing our memories.
Yeah. Would I say we did pretty good at this?
I think we did. Like, and again, like, this was just for fun. There's never, like, any animosity or anything like that. Like, oh my god, you forgot this this relationship is over. Like, we joke around with that kind of stuff because we're dramatic.
Yes. We might also have a before or maybe after Thanksgiving video, too, to just kind of get ready for the holidays. Like, a day before or a day after kind of thing. Or maybe even, like, a day before the Friendsgiving.
Yeah. I at least am planning on filming some stuff for Christmas, like decorating for Christmas, and we're wanting to do Salto ornaments, so I'm wanting to record that. I don't know if I want to put it on this channel or my own channel, or maybe both, if you're curious about that. But we're not going to do anything big like Vlogmas or anything like that.
No,
that's not our... we're not at that point yet.
No.
So
we're still
Maybe in, like, the next 2 years we'll start.
We're still just getting our feet wet in this whole shindig, so...
I think we're doing okay, though. Like,
I think so.
Like, I know 90% of our audience is just our friends, but...
Word of mouth. We'll get around.
Yeah.
But, thank you all so much for watching.
Thank you.
Please share, like, comment, smack it, punch it, kick that, bring it...
Smash that button in the face.
We're done.
I can't do the full thing. All right,
Bye. Bye. Yeah. Fuck my intro.